It's just down and to your left.
And you tap with your right.
Look over to the side.
Where you can join and subscribe. This crypto rival, the really drives you out. Let's hit the like button now.
Gotta get the cake. Okay, this ain't what you used to. Always with the new. This ain't what you used to. I do me, do you? I do me, do you? This ain't what you used to. 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 This ain't what you. No, this ain't what you used to. Switching from the bikes to a new coupe. You know I keep some new shoes. Keep it simple, not like you. All night, get right. Know you know the price. Know you know the name, no games. I need all my money now. Not playing, man. This ain't what you used to. I might fly to LA. This cold weather ain't for me. Hit the bank, round your way. What you used to? And I'm grinding to the top. I can't let it slip away, so I gotta get the pay. Okay, this ain't what you used to. Always with the new. This ain't what you used to. I do me, do you? I do me, do you? This ain't what you used to. 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 This ain't what you. Calls keep coming in. For the win, get it in. This ain't what you used to. So you get on my nerves. Try hit my line, get curved. This ain't what you used to. Round, swerves. Everybody here knows the word. This ain't what you used to. No, you know the drill. Overpay and now I see the rail. This ain't what you used to. I get it in for my kids. Stack those chips and I get that check. Not what you used to. You see how I live, work my biz. I'm too far from the rest, not what you used to. Okay, this ain't what you used to. Always with the new. This ain't what you used to. I do me, do you? I do me, do you? This ain't what you used to. 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 This ain't what you. Double up, yeah. Double up. The money I call up. Double up. The money I call up. 2 turns of 4 turns of 8. Sleep and get paid. Rich when I wait. I bet the bank. I set the pace. Guess what I make? That's what I make. Counting pockets, that's a trending topic. You got this and you got that, but got no spending options. I keep quiet, but still get it rocking. I keep quiet with it in my pocket. I keep quiet, moving stuff is silent. Double up. The money I call up. Double up. The money I call up. I swear God been blessing me. You think you been testing me? Don't mean lemons, watch lemon squeeze. Pieces been my recipe. You buy watch and bust them down. Mine is my investment piece. Heard your mix is drowning out. You need to call Trevor, please. I don't fold, I don't fear. Pearly whites, no veneers. Keep it clean, check it's clear. Water clear, P is clear. See the light, you go dear. See the light, I go near. Let me shine, watch me shine. I'ma shine, vision clear. Double up. The money I call up. Double up. The money I call up. Yeah. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, digital. Digital, digital. The cash digital, digital. The dash digital. Run it up. Digital, digital. Digital, digital. Stepping like Marty McFly, stepping I feel like the guy. I got them looking like why, I never doubted me why, I never doubted my guys. You know you in it for win, I stand on 10, you on 10. I don't have friends of a friend, only the fan of the kin. Only my wife and my kids, that's all I needed to win. Now I only trust my true friends, had to cut off my loose ends. You know I win if you win, you know you win if I win. I swipe that cash, don't fold, I swipe my bank on gold. Don't think that I've been dumb, I spend like I've been broke. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, digital. Digital, digital. The cash digital, digital. The dash digital. Run it up. Digital, digital. Digital, digital. Living my truth, no tricks. I'm just trying to feed my kids. I'm just trying to keep my wife. I'm just trying to live my life while we get rich. Mind my business. Money gon' come, some go. Man, if you know, you know. I've been through highs and lows. Here for the ride, I go. Slide and roll. Up and down, but I get up. The numbers crunching, no sit-ups. I grew up and got dripped up. Purple label, my get up. That's 101, not a run and done. Month to month, and there's more to come. I told Cushy, let's run it up. Now it's millions on millions. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, digital. Digital, digital. The cash digital, digital. The dash digital. Run it up. Digital, digital. Digital, digital. Money when I'm bored. Watch the money hit the floor. Make it rain, make it pour. I count money when I'm bored. Watch the money hit the floor. Make it rain, make it pour. In my house, don't need no tour. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. Little ones go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. If I got it, they got it, got it. Fairly strong, they solid, solid. For them empty my pockets. If I got it, we got it, got it. Foundation been solid, solid. Taking off like a rocket, yeah. I count money when I'm bored. Watch the money hit the floor. Make it rain, make it pour. In my house,
Uno, dos. Uno, dos.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, I love you, so. Yeah, I love you, so. I love you, too. Family so lit, they say we should make a YouTube, but we don't do that. I count money when I'm bored. Watch the money hit the floor. Make it rain, make it pour. In my house, don't need no tour.
Check, 1, 2.
It's just me and the fam.
Let's get it.
It's just me and the fam. It's just
on that button. Where's that button at?
It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to the Late Night Crypto Charts with Road Dawg. My name is Lane and I am the Road Dawg this evening. How's it going, everybody? Shout out to everybody here in the chat. We got Strega, I see Chris, Oso. Oh, I got the guys here. Get my little buttons in order here. So many buttons. We got DP, Grizozo, Strayhard. How's it going, man? Myself. Well, we got a party. Juan Zamudio. Juan, how's it going, my man? So glad you're here. Got an interesting show tonight. Interesting topic to talk about. Of course, we'll get into the altcoins and Bitcoin and all that good stuff because that's what we do here. But I think definitely a topic we got to talk about, man. We are at the point in the cycle where you can seriously make some life-changing money. You play this game right, you can. The challenge is going to be keeping that money. And there's just things that I don't think that a lot of these influencers are talking about, especially ones that are just flippantly throwing out their TA and congratulations, you got in on me with this trade. You just made blah, 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 blah. And, you know, I mean, it's cool. I know there's a hype and I know there's excitement about it. But this is very real and this is very serious. And if you're not taking this serious, this is going to bite you in the butt. And they're not telling you about that when they're trying to entice you into the, you know, all these little small term things and getting in on with me on this 1 minute trade. And I want you to think very seriously and ask you your question. How much time do I have to put into this market? What kind of trader am I? Do I have a job? Do I have time to start messing with this 1 minute chart? Should I look at a different strategy? Because here's the deal. What they're not telling you is when you take this little trade, less innocent little trade to the upside, whatever it may be. If this is your strategy to get in, get out, make that little 3%, 5%, whatever, we're talking about scalping here. What they don't tell you about scalping is the tax liabilities, my friend. Every one of those little trades that you got right there, short-term gains, which in America is somewhere around the neighborhood about 38, 40%. So on that little trade that you made there, are they ever telling you about that? No, they're letting you find that out a year later the hard way. Oh crap, you mean everyone I got paid? Yeah, but I lost it. I ended up losing that. It doesn't matter, man. You made profit on that. That's technically a taxable event. Did you put money aside for that? Are you putting money aside for taxes? That's what I'm getting around to. And nobody talks about this, and I just feel it's important to spend a few minutes talking about it. I think going into this market, if you really want to protect your wealth that you're going to be building, you've got to understand that you're stepping into some deep doo-doo when it comes to taxes. Okay? Possibly. Depends on how you play it. If you plan for it, it's not that big of a, it's always a big deal because to me, I think taxes are a scam. I mean, let's talk about it for a minute. Why? Especially in the United States, why do we have taxes? I mean, think about it. They print money like crazy. They don't even need our tax money. They can just print it. It all goes to the military industrial complex and corporate people running the government anyway. It just funnels back to them somehow. Why do they need our tax money? Well, they want it. Guys, if you didn't realize this about the United States, it's bankrupt. It's been bankrupt for a very, very long time. Pretty much once we went off the golden standard, we were bankrupt. We are a fortunate event to be the world's reserve currency, which we just totally just screwed that all up, disrespected that idea because that way we were set. But, you know, they kind of weaponized the dollar, kind of screwed us out of that. The dollar is dying, folks, and you need to understand that. And it's just a historical fact that no currency lasts more than usually, you know, 100 years. They all usually, that's about the lifespan of any currency, is about 100 years. The way it has just been historically. Gold and silver are your true most scarce assets, and now we have Bitcoin. And maybe even throw in a few select other currencies, cryptocurrencies, maybe. Bitcoin definitely. But you can get caught up. They don't have all the regulations in place. They've had to back off a little bit. So there's some signs there. There's definitely some arguments, man. I'm not for taxes. There's some things about this tax. I mean, selling for dollars, yes, taxable event. But, you know, there's a lot of people that look at it in the way I do too, which to the government is not correct. Well, I'm not in your system. I'm not trading dollars. I'm trading Bitcoin for Ethereum or this one for that one, apples for oranges. And I agree with that argument. I do. I back that argument 100%. We are not in that system. However, if you live in this country and you drive on these roads and take advantage of the services available to us that are paid by government, and then you got to pay some taxes, baby, on something. Now, personally, I think it's a shame and the taxes are a complete scam when you no longer can do them yourself and you got to hire a professional to figure out how much tax that you owe. Government can't tell you, oh, we calculate that you owe this. They don't even do that. They let you figure it out, and if you're right, you're right. If you don't ever know if you hit it on the nail on the head or right or what. It's a messed up game, but it's what we got, and it's what they do. And believe me, they hired 87,000 IRS agents, and a lot of them are looking at crypto. So they're coming for crypto. They will. Now, I think it's lucky that we've got a little window and they are recognizing, well, we almost stepped over our bounds. They had to back off. And they said, oh, we don't have jurisdiction here. And I think that they don't have a lot of jurisdiction. But the courts that will decide this fact are also in that same system. So screw you if you think you're going to win on that. So the government has deeper pockets than you do because they print all the money. They win. So let's just don't fight that game. Let's get a plan to deal with taxes. Here's what I recommend. Now, I am going to shill a Tangem wallet and a SecuX wallet during this because my code will save you 10% off on these wallets, and you need them. They're great wallets. Love them. Get that out of the way. But whether you use the wallets, help out this channel by using the codes or whatever, or you just use your own wallet, whatever. I don't care. It's the message here that every time that you take profit, you need to have a wallet set up and you need to be moving about 50% of your profits over to that. It sucks, I know, but we're putting a little bit extra in there. Let me tell you something about money. When you get money, if you get a big windfall, I don't know, let's say $500,000. And it looks so good on paper. But by the time it winds its way through all the channels to actually get to you, man, you've lost a lot of it. Whether it's through taxes, whether it's through fees, transferring somebody else, a bill payer, the wife with their hand out, it's always constantly being whittled down. And when you finally get your hands on your little portion that nobody else gets a hold of, it's going to be a lot less than that $500,000. And that's just reality. I'm just throwing it. This is real. So if you really want to avoid some of these pitfalls, plan ahead. I'm incorporating that into my plans because, I mean, we got tax season going on now. And I think you need to think about this. All these short-term strategies, realize the implications. However, the people that come out ahead on this are the people that aren't so much the day traders, not so much even the swing traders. It's more the investors. If you're holding these assets for over a year before you sell or before you trade it into another coin, that goes a lot more in your favor. It's just how to win the game. The slow person wins the game. And I've been trying to cover that strategy so well on this channel. And if you've been following me, you've been up with it. But if you haven't, if you're new to it, you missed a lot of the cool stuff that we did, the really early stuff. But you can still make the life-changing money. But still, these things still apply, and you need to plan for what nobody's talking about, and that's taxes. And you probably blew it up. I know at some point I'm going to have to do some kind of amended tax return and go back and because they make it too damn complicated. I don't keep up with every freaking trade I do, every transaction I do. They got software out there, but it has trouble distinguishing whether, was this a swap where you actually made profit or were you just making a transfer to a different wallet? And so it's not all cut and dry. There's going to be a lot of regulation coming. They're going to have to backstep. So, I mean, I don't think that we're dead in the water. They will give us a little bit of a room to like clear the air. They're starting to do that now. So I think we really have that going in our favor. But the best thing that we can do now is from here forward, make a plan so that we don't get caught up in all that taxation mess. And the only way you're going to do it is realize most of the freaking profit that you're making in this market is going to your government. Whether it's the US or whatever country you live in, they're getting their cut. That's how we're set up. We're on a fiat system. It's a debt-based system. It's not a real system. It's in the matrix. It's weird. And it's not real. It is a big old Ponzi, but they're going to keep that Ponzi going as long as they can. Luckily, we've got a hedge against that Ponzi, and that's Bitcoin. And also, to an extent, gold, silver, and real estate. There we go. So on this channel, here forward, I do want to address more of these things because it's just not being addressed enough. And some things, and eventually, you and me, both, we're going to get to a place where we're going to have a tax attorney, someone that can help guide us. We will get big enough to where maybe this isn't so much, a hobby anymore, or even me just making it where I can quit my job, not have to work for the man. Now we might have to go a little bit more corporate. May have to set up an entity, an S corporation, or maybe an LLC, or both, depending, and work them off each other. Set up trust so that we can protect ourselves and legally pay as little as we need to in taxes. These are all things that I think we need to start talking about. I've got some experience in this back when I was in real estate 20 some odd years ago. But, I got a lot to freshen up on all that. I'm not at that point yet, but I think that's something that I also want to bring to this channel and to my Telegram group as we talk about it. But that was the big thing that I had on my thumbnail. If you don't do this, you're screwed. And taxes will screw you. They will come and get you. They will eventually find you. Because everything that you do on this blockchain is out in the open. You don't hide it. You can't hide it. They're going to track it. Put a name with an address. They're already working toward that as sneaky as they can. Every little thing that they can to get more data. And you got Arkham Intelligence, which I have got their coins and stuff too, but they're not really helping us out there. They're making it all more transparent too. With a name, with a wallet, associations, we're tracking. They'll find you. You're not going to be able to hide anything. Don't even approach this that way. All we can do is do the best that we can, set ourselves up, be as mindful about it as we can, plan ahead, plan forward. And then we've got a chance. And yeah, we weren't really sure if that was taxable or not. Let's go ahead and amend it. It wasn't evasion. It wasn't even really avoidance. It was just, listen, y'all's ain't clear. Admit it, you have not really given us any guidance, and the SEC still don't know what a security and a commodity is. So, we got to work this thing out together. But I'll work with you. I've been putting money aside just especially for this position, and we'll determine exactly what I owe you, and I'll pay you right up because I believe in supporting my country. I'm a patriotic citizen. Let's go that route. And some of you guys might be scared to death of taxes. I mean, when they come knocking on your door, yeah, you probably will be. I don't think we should be we should be mindful and vigilant and plan for it. And don't get caught, because anything in this market, I'm just saying, it's so important to take your profit and put it on a separate account, because you blow up your account gets hacked, your exchange account gets hacked, something happens, you lose that money, you still have all those tax liabilities, and it ain't going to matter. Well, I know, but you still made that $200,000 profit that you owe me 40% on. I'm so sorry that your $2 million got lost, or your other 100,000. I'm just sad stories. Let's cry about it, but you still owe that liability, and that's the only thing that they're going to hear. All right, that's all I got to say about taxes and all that. Be mindful. Let's plan about it. I'll be talking a little bit more about this all kind of stuff, and probably going into some more things. Trust, LLCs. That'll be coming later. But we got to start thinking about this stuff. You got to start thinking about wealth management and pay attention to that stuff and some of your traditional wealth management stuff that's out there, maybe on YouTube, on the internet. Pay attention to it. Learn from it. Buy books. Don't come on to YouTube and Twitter expecting to get the bomb on advice, because all you're going to get is information that leads to clicks and engagement, and that's what it's mostly focused on. Sure, you get TAs, trades, and setup and all that, but the important stuff that you really need to know, nobody is talking about it, man. Pick up some books, go to a library, visit Amazon, learn this trading stuff, get an education, go to Thomas Book, the free stuff on the internet. The information's out there. You just got to take the time, do the education. Don't always expect a suited up YouTuber to tell you the ins and outs of crypto with his professional 15 years of trading. You know, you hear all kinds of stories, but they're not talking about the important stuff. I'm just saying. All they seem to talk about is all the enticing stuff that gets you to click that, I gotta join that trading group now. All right, guys. That is enough of my rant about taxes. Thanks for bearing with me through that. Let's get on with the show. We're taking a look at Bitcoin. I've been over on the Telegram group, which is a bit free. I don't charge for Telegram groups and all that crap over there. Yeah, I think it's, if you can navigate through my Telegram group, you deserve to be there, because it is... I didn't know that you could do topics, or I would have just stuck with this one over here. But instead, I had to create a chart room, then I discovered topics. So now I've got all these little places that you can go into and check out. And there's all kinds of files and cheat sheets and videos and things if you look for them, as well as whatever's posted on there. There's stuff hidden in there that you just got to dig around and find, and it's all free. The books, the videos, all the trading, the courses, everything, the DGen deep dive, that's all there for free, man. Just got to dig around and just find what, you know, find the tools that you want to put in your toolbox. I've got a free yard sale going on right there. Just go grab it and take what you need. It's all free. I stole it from the most expensive trading groups out there. All right, so here I am. I'm trying to get to my lounge over here because I've been tracking Bitcoin today, and I just want to go through that. Compare this to what you see with the minute chasers there, who are figuring this out minute by minute as they go, compared to if you just kind of zoom out. I'm even on the 6-minute chart to prove this point here. Let's go through a few of these little things here, shall we? Or maybe not. Okay, well, maybe not. You mean you're not going to let me do this? I can't. Default app. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. Now we found it. Now we got to get back to it. We will make this very quick, I promise. We'll not spend very much time on this. All right, so this kind of started was tracking Bitcoin. And here was the big thing. Weekly candle top prior all-time high. That's what I was looking at. That's the line in the sand that I had. And on this particular thing, we go back to our weekly chart here. I drew this orange line right here at this candle top. That's it. That was the highest candle close that we had. That's where we've been struggling. I don't know if anybody else, I hadn't heard anybody else really spell this out. It doesn't make anything better or worse, but if it was or not, but it has been the area that we've been contending with here lately, right? So I've been tracking this and just nailing all the prices ahead of time. Not anything to brag about. It's just using probability. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. I was looking for this and we started bouncing back in, and that was bullish. Might we actually go back up? And was looking for it to come, drop down to these areas, then possibly retest this area, this weekly candle prior top area. That's basically what it did. It's not impossible to kind of plot out what price will do. It's not the same as predicting it's going to go here and definitely do this and do that, but you got probabilities that work with you. And if you know, just take a little time with them. Don't be sloppy with them. Take care with your trend lines. Take care when you draw your Fibonacci's. Take your measured moves, and don't just do what you see the other YouTubers do, just put them out sloppy. You actually kind of get some pretty spot on results. I mean, it came back up here and nailed the perfect target. Came back, touched the target. And it just, you know, all these targets, they were just hit and revisited, and, you know, expected to do that ahead of time, just because of the way price action works and when you look at it. I don't know. Maybe this is different from what other people teach. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't think so. I learned this from the sources that I give you, Bukowski and all this other stuff. Little things I've picked up here and there from trading groups or whatever, articles here and there. I mean, I just share everything that I've picked up and put together. I really admire Bukowski, Thomas Bukowski. I think he's the GOAT. If you need a solid person, or if you need a solid source for information, there you go. Thomas Bukowski, thepatternSite.com. I'm always bringing that up. Free site. It's got all the information on trading you could ever want. You need to go nowhere else. You need no paid groups. You just need to spend some time just going over this. It's set up so easy with this index that, well, you can just find the pattern, look it up, and find out. Add them to your repertoire as you go. So Bitcoinio, what are you doing now? Well, we lost that big area, right? This orange line was very important. I'm going to make him real big and fat. Right at 65,000-ish. And, you know, we got rejected there. I'm looking for 63.3 down through here. I took a measure move. It also gives us some confluence. But yeah, right down here, we should come right back. We've already tested this area earlier before. It's not a new target. It's over here. It's all the same little targets, areas we remember before. But this time, since we did not come back and actually touch this white trend line, that's what I was looking for. We didn't get it. I thought it was kind of a bullish sign that we didn't get it. She came real close. Wick down here close to the trend line, right? But on this time, she didn't come back and touch the trend line. This time, I'm thinking she's got a good chance to actually come down to the bottom of the trend line. That's 62,453, 63. Now, tomorrow, I'm sure the 1 minute time chasers will finally come to that conclusion, because for some reason, I don't know, they forget how to zoom out when they own that 1 minute. They forget what they saw when the bigger time frames on that 1 minute, and they start doing some crazy trades. I don't understand it, but anyway. So a little down in Bitcoin is kind of what I'm seeing, but it may not be straight down. There should be some pumps up to the upside. The biggest thing is this area right here, man. We got rejected. Now, if we get back above it, we need to get back above it. Hopefully by Monday, we will be back above this. Maybe tomorrow, Sunday, you know, the bigger money will start picking back in. CME opens tomorrow, Sunday evening, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We can start seeing the big money start coming back in. Retail's not quite here yet to start pushing Bitcoin up. Retail is kind of here to help start pushing a little bit of the altcoins up, which is making our bags grow. So I like that. Let's come over to the chat after I ranted and everything. Let's see if you guys got any coins. I've always got a list of coins to go over. There are some, I believe, that may have some requests that I need to tap off real quick. But other than that, throw whatever coin you would like to look at. What's your best coin? What are some of your hottest bags? I don't know. Let's share a little bit. One of I would say I've got a list of some of my, and there's some of them that I just FOMO'd into right here on the stream that I just saw a good opportunity on the charts, and I did it just right here. Some of the performers that I've gotten into that I really like lately, atlasnavi. This one's awesome. And I want to take a quick look at this little guy. If you're not familiar with this, well, maybe you take a look at it. This is one of those deep in plays. It's still at a very tiny market cap, I believe, right? Yes, it is. It's still at a $21 million market cap. I got into it when it was somewhere around $8 or $12 million. Somewhere in the area of about 11 cents, I think. And, you know, we stumbled across it, or maybe someone even, I can't remember. It might have even been a request. That's what's so cool about you guys requesting coins. Everybody sharing and contributing. Something comes across that we've never looked at before, something new. Somebody's always got some alpha that you hadn't heard of before. And it's just a cool little project. Starting out, drive to earn AI navigation app with licensed vehicle NFTs. Kind of interesting, but I think you only have to have your phone to make this work. So lots of downloads, lots of people doing that, right? 698,000 app downloads, 112 million total miles driven, almost 13,000 daily trips, 46 minutes a day average in time the app, and 4.3 million NAVI referral rewards. So this little guy, interesting play. I like it. I'm in it. I got in it early, so, and it's still early to get in. 21 million. That's crazy small. I mean, a $20 million market cap, adding a zero to that is just like a given. So to me, I'm seeing this and I'm like, well, that's an instant 10x. Or an instant 20x when I was looking at it, like, what was it, 8,000, 10,000, 12,000? I don't know, man. Whatever. When it was 11 cents, that was 4. Was it 5,000? Would it have been that low? It was tiny, and I was like, yeah, they're on their stuff. I'm FOMOing. My little DGen did good. A lot of times he doesn't. Sometimes he really screws me over. But go DGen, you know, a couple $100 is now, you know, almost 2,000. So. Let's see. Now, there's some other ones that I'm interested in too. But let's see what you guys got. Hey, there's Charting Crypto. How's CC doing, man? You guys probably know Charting Crypto. If you don't, you're going to learn about him right now. Fellow YouTuber. Now, if you haven't noticed, oh my God, can I not use YouTube? Do you know how to use Google anymore? They're killing me. I was just Charting Crypto's over YouTube, buddy. Great TA. He's starting to do more live streams. The man puts out videos like crazy, man. Short videos covering coins, and like it amazes me. 5, 6. I don't know, man. I think I've seen him put out seven in one day. It's just crazy, but so consistently doing. His channel's been growing, blowing up. He's got 26,000 subscribers over there. Shout out to CC, man. Great TA. One of the handful of TA analysts on YouTube that I like. Actually, I like a lot of them, really. There's just maybe I should say there's more of a handful that I really don't like because I see them doing shady things. And once you kind of learn TA, you can watch somebody and you can see if they're the real deal or not, or if they're trying. Oh, you trying to sell something? That's it. You trying to look like the man? Oh, your ego's in the way. A lot of the times it's ego. It's more ego that I see that kind of misdirects a lot of the YouTubers than anything else. Really, I don't think they're out on their maleficent. Yes, I'm going to do this. Or it's an evil little plan. We're going to do this and do it. It's more like it's the ego takes over and it just leads them down a path. Not CC though, and not Joe. There's a lot of good YouTubers out there teaching TA. Just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. And you have to respect that. I respect Charting Crypto. So shout out to CC. And we got Brian Weatherly. Hey, welcome to the stream, man. So we got some new people here. Extremely Entity the Great. What's up, man? Glad to have you guys here. So might freak you out if you're not used to being here, right? A little bit different, not really what you're used to. Although tonight, no, normally we've already been in the charts and going over altcoins and everything, and sometimes I do get lost in these charts and everything. Tonight was just a little bit different. I felt that this topic of taxes needed to be addressed, and just the fact that, you know, you're being led into a lot of trades without really being thinking about, you need to take some of that profit, staff it away, because somebody's keeping up with that, or going to, or could. And when you need to be accountable for it, you lost it in a PEPE trade for real. You don't want to do that. Don't do it. Speaking of PEPE trades, oh my gosh, we had a little fun on the stream last night. And I ended up buying a lot more Bitcoin over here than I meant to. Those trades were actually going through, looks like. So there might be. I am down almost $482,000 on PEPE. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to print some more Monopoly money. My equity. I fat finger PEPE on my paper trading thing. So if I turn, it could turn around. I might turn it. I may be a PEPE billionaire on paper. But welcome guys to the stream. Let's start getting into some altcoins. Let me go over my list real quick. It seems I know I got a request. I had a request and I've been meaning to do this. And where did you write it? I think it was ICP. I'm pretty sure it was. Let's take a look at ICP, Internet Computer. ICP. Check her out on Binance over here. First thing we want to do is zoom out, and there we go. There's our trend line that we're bearishly retesting. So the good things that we got going on here in the daily is our moving averages are looking beautiful, man. 200's going up in the right direction. 100's going up the right direction. We found support on the 100. That means something. The problem is this little trend line right here, man. You can also, you know, look at this trend line that we've been following here. I kind of like to go from bodies to bodies. Well, that's also kind of giving us a double decker slap to the face here as far as trying to rush up here and jump back into this trend line, right? Now, if by chance we do get back up in there, that's going to be bullish as all get out. And I would definitely expect $22, $24 to be hit. However, what normally happens, although things have not happened as normal, normally this is bearish. This is a rejection area that would send us down normally to a lower low, probably to test this 200 moving average. We could be looking at dropping a bit. It might happen. That trend line was kind of important. However, I don't want to ignore the fact that maybe we're just ranging out too, because we got a little sideways action going on that's kind of lining up pretty nicely too. A little bit of a support resistance flip area right there, so I'm taking that as being a strong one. Try to carry that guy out. So for ICP, from what we can tell right now, we're just ranging out, consolidating. So I would be looking not so much for a big ass breakout, but probably for price to continue consolidating somewhere between $10 and $15 riding in there. I'm taking advantage of this over on CoinEx, which I don't know if I can pull it up here. I've been dying to pull this up, but I'm having VPN problems. Between streaming with the VPN and then accessing this exchange that I'm using for some spot margin, and I would have been doing this the whole way around, and I was doing it on KuCoin, but I had to stop. That got interrupted, but now I found another exchange with spot margin. So I'm taking advantage of what we got now. I'm taking fractions of my bigger bags, putting them over there, and then I'm doubling those up. So I'm building up on some of my bigger winners, like ICP is one of them. I've got some near over there. Got some Caspa, doubling up a little bit of my Caspa bags over there. On low leverage is spot margin. It's really easy to manage, a lot easier than managing futures. And I'd love to share that, but I'm having problems getting the logistics worked out on how to share the screen. I have put some screenshots over on the Telegram group. Maybe I could show that, give a little bit of an idea. I think it's over in the vanity section. Is that where it was? Yeah, right here. Okay, yeah. So here we go. So this is what I've been doing over in CoinEx, and this is what's so cool about it. So most of these coins, some of them are 10x, like Bitcoin I think is 10x, Caspa I think is 5x, some of them are even 3x. I think Cake is 3x. I decided, you know, I'll take maybe 10% of my bags or something, some percentage of it, some small percent, throw it over here. And then I know immediately with this strategy, I can double my position, especially if we're in a lull in the market. Great time to do it. We're going to pull back in the market. Great time to put some over there. And then you can borrow while they're on the low, because you borrow against the assets you put over there. So I put some Caspa over there. I think I put about 50. This way you don't give me all the information that I get on the phone. I think I put about 15,000 Caspa over there, and I've got a total of about 30 something thousand. It's not showing up on here like it does on my phone. But this is just a little strategy that I'm using. And the deal is you borrow money, but you don't borrow more than half of what they offer. Never borrow more than half. And that's part of your risk management. That puts you in a good place where it's very hard for you to get liquidated. And then you structure your buys where you know it keeps lowering your price of entry so that you putting off the possibility of getting liquidated. As long as you keep your risk away from 100%, usually about 100 to 110% is what I'm seeing. You start getting into that shaky zone where you're in trouble. So I try to keep mine above 130, 140, somewhere through there. Bitcoin's a little different because there's a lot. You can see if I want to, I can't do it because this wasn't the site. Tried to click it, it wouldn't stick it. You can. So there's a lot that I can borrow against Bitcoin. I think I've borrowed like 7,000, which is less than half, way less than half than what I can borrow. But anyway, it's just a cool way where you can use a little bit of leverage, use it wisely, use it respectfully, and it can really grow some bags. So I've decided I would take all my main bags there and multiply them just a little bit, and then when I get through and then pay off the debt after we get a nice little run up, I'll take them out and just add them back to my other bag and try to wash, rinse, and repeat. So RCP, a little rejection probably coming, but if we do get bullish, break back above this trend line and this trend line, it's got to get above 1570. If by some weird chance there's a bullish push up there and it holds, I don't see it coming, but that would be the hope and look for ICP. My pleasure, my man. You deserve a shout out, my man. You do awesome things over at that channel. I see my X dancing on the screen there. I guess I'll smash that like button. That's awesome. Brian says, check out BABYBONK, please. Let's check out BABYBONK. BABYBONKers. Oh, you got that little pullback, didn't you? I'm on the daily chart. I got to cross over the 9 over the 21 moving average, which it's the first sign to me that, she might be coming back down to retest these areas or maybe lower to the 50 moving average. That's how that little strategy works there. Let's do a little analysis here. Let's just draw a random line because that was supposed to be a fib. She's hanging around at the 618 Fibonacci. If that will hold, well, I've got a little cheat code right up there. Boom. Well, that usually also gives you a little confluence if you know this move. Where is that coming in? We are at a bunch of zeros. It's the only bad thing I hate about these meme coins, man. I can't read the freaking prices. It's hard to read the prices. There's too many zeros. But I guess when you drop a zero, that's the fun part, right? 6. I think it's 10 zeros. 58,082, and then I think we got did we lose a zero? Yes, we lost a zero, and we are at 17,733.60. That can actually hit. That's not a crazy target. That's what I'm actually expecting to happen. That's not telling me anything. Where are you? No. Man, I just want to know price range. That'd be like, that's a 216% gain up to that area. And of course, you got your targets all the way up there. You don't have to just go for that one. You know that every place over here to the left, where you see congestion, great areas to put targets. 10.2433, even back up here at the high, 13.0162 as far as a higher target. I'm shooting for this 21.77360 area on BABYBONK. That's just what I gather from the daily. I like to play around trend lines too. I play with fibs, I play with trend lines, I play with it all. Looks like you lost something there. You trying to get it back? Mm-hmm. A smaller time frame will tell us a little bit more about that. Now I got to go with this for an angle. Do you respect my angle? You might. You do. Let's extend this little guy out. Let's extend this little guy. take a happy little line, put it on a happy little top over here. I'm talking about over here. And it lands perfectly on top of that one, so we got an angle. We got a channel. That's how I look at it. My theory, and that of others that I've read and studied, say that the price always travels in a channel. So far, that seems to be very true from my experience. So therefore, if we mark out that channel, we know that price will ping pong against the walls of this channel until the one day when it doesn't. That one day may be sooner, since she kind of wicked out of this. And maybe putting a hurting on this wall here. We got some confidence in my personal opinion. It might take a little while to get up here out in the daily. Let's come to a smaller time frame. Here we are on the 4 hour, bouncing off the 200 moving average. I take that as a very positive sign. 100 moving average is up and to the right. Also, we're just a little bit below it. We're feeling a little bit under the weather, but that's okay. We will bounce back. We always do. As long as the 100 is above the 200, we're good. That's strong. If it never crosses, we'll keep bouncing up around here and up and down. If it starts taking a dive, crossing over that 200, well, that sucks. Don't see it happening. Let me move this, because now it looks like a trend line, and I don't want it to mess me up. We got our measure move up there. We'll keep that. And what I like is a nice little flag we got here of what might be a double bottom. Smaller time frame. Probably is. Usually are. You know, they come in double U and do a double bottom. You got a little belt line. We got to address this right now. Again, I address this every chance I get. And until I get everyone in the crypto TA movement to agree with me on this, I'm going to be evangelist for this. We get a double bottom. And what do we call this? We call this a neckline. My friend, I'm just saying, just apply the logic. If this is a bottom and this is a neckline, that does not make sense. Therefore, these cannot be butt cheeks if this is a neckline. If this is a neckline, you know what these are. I don't need to say what it is. You know what it is. So if we're going to call this a neckline, let's call this what they really are. Or let's call this a belt line so we can keep everything right. I think we should keep it G-rated. We should just go with the belt line. If it's a belt line, then yeah, what's underneath your belt line? Your butt cheeks, your bottom. Well, there are some women. I have seen some women that, yeah. All right, I gotta take that. Fair point. Good point. Good point. Which one of my personalities suggested that? Which one were you? That's a good point. There are some that might drip below the belt line, but come on, man. It's a belt line. Let's call it a belt line. Okay? CC, will you join me on this movement? Can we call this a belt line from now on instead of a neckline? I don't know. I just think it needs to be addressed. It just needs to be addressed. We need some clarity here. I don't know how many sleepless nights that I have pondered over this, just going, but they call it a neckline. It shouldn't be a neckline. It just shouldn't. It shouldn't. And also, if price were to break out of this and come up here, we get this little guy or something like it. To me, I'm going to argue that it's not got its line. But is this an inverse head and shoulder? Because I heard it called the cock and balls pattern, and I can kind of see that a little bit easier. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know. So I'm sitting here looking at BABYBONK on the 1 hour, getting rejected off of this 200 moving average. For real? Are you? I mean, you're in a great setup. Seriously, you're in a falling kind of channel, falling wedgy, shapy. I don't know. Kind of cheated here. I don't like that. I don't like to cheat on that. I'm picky. I'm picky about my lines. But then again, I usually end up with some kind of target that usually gets kind of accurate. And I think it's because I get picky. So BABYBONK, are you coming back down here? 53,919 or lower? You can go lower. I'm just looking at the trend line. I'm not counting the wicks. Did we already do this? Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. We're at the 618. Let's see if we can hold it. If we can't hold it, baby, that would actually come back to test the bottom of this trend line. That could happen. Boy, that would put you deep. Usually these little guys will break out about 75% of the way into the pattern, which, you know, it should put it about right here. Somewhere in this area. So with BABYBONK, just look for a possibility of maybe bouncing off the 618, but if that's lost, then, you know, down here, 49,639, somewhere at 618, bottom of this trend line, and then it should get a bounce, maybe do another double bottom with a belt line. And then, you know, bounce to the top. That's what I'm kind of looking for. If we lose this line, you're down Poop Creek without a paddle. We don't want to lose this line. That line's very important. BABYBONK. Nobody's giving it to you on another YouTube channel at this very exact same moment the way that I'm doing it right now. That may be true. Doesn't make it any more special, though. Like a tennis ball in a tube sock. What? The grifter. Julio, welcome to the stream, my man. Or person. I can't really tell. But welcome. Glad to have you here. Crypto says, I like that term better. Say, yeah. Yeah. Those are boobies. I'm not against calling it what it is. I'm really not. I'm just thinking of the Disney rating that YouTube wants me to have. Or I guess, I don't know. You got a point. But I like them both, you know, just to be honest. Either way, if you want to look at this as a double bottom or a double booby, they're both, it's always worth playing with. Always worth playing with. It's usually very enjoyable. It's usually, if you get the chance to play with them, I recommend it. Find one that doesn't say no. Sometimes they like to say no. Let's take a look at Fantom. Did we finish up anything here? Did we come to a conclusion here? We're coming down, and then, yeah, we had a target up here. Okay, cool. Didn't want to leave you hanging. I get lost. Taking a look at Fantom. Fantom. I won't spot, really. All right, we'll go with BABYBONK. What? Is that a red? That should be a resistance area. How old is this chart? Oh my gosh, when did we look at this? A short zone? Oh, well, yeah, okay. I'm not shorting though. Okay, so I got this labeled as a possible short zone. Yeah, it could be. It could be. I wouldn't do it. Hell no, I wouldn't do it. Look, we broke it to the upside of this trend line. Now we come back in this trend line, below that trend line. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, that would be a legitimate place to say, well, this might be a good place to short. But if we're above this trend line, I'm saying, you about ready to do something. Your rocket boosters are igniting, and I want to know why. I see them smoking, and I think you're up to something. What you got going on here, Fantom? What can you tell me? What can you tell me? Tell me something good. Tell me something good. Oh, I like that. Will it hold? Well, if I knew that, I would be freaking psychic now, wouldn't I? She's actually in danger of actually losing that line. I want to see a bounce here. Listen, we got my red trend line and we got a white trend line. We could throw a blue one in there to be patriotic if you want to, but I don't think it's going to help it out. It needs to bounce here, and if it does, good. But this 9 crossing that 21 is saying it ain't happening right now, buddy. It ain't happening for about the next, I don't know, maybe another day or so. I'm getting ready to do something, and you ain't going to like it. So you're being rambunctious. What's up with you, man? What can you tell me down here on the smaller time frame in 1 hour? Got a 200 moving average that we might. I'll give this to you on the 1 hour. Same thing we see on some of these other. Man, the moving averages are basically lined up beautifully until they just went crazy here. The 100, the 50, they're all where they need to be. So a big major like, oh gosh, you're going all the way back to 75 cents. I don't see that happening whatsoever. You might actually, maybe you'll dip into this pattern a little bit, but I think if you close a candle above here, you might actually get a bounce here. Let's hope it don't destroy. I mean, the 4 hours crossing, I mean, it means it's not going to be fun for a little while, but it doesn't mean that we have to just break through there and dump, although we could. I'm just zooming out everywhere. Even here on the daily, the 9 moving average is coming in that same area, about 99 cents. There could be, I mean, it's a perfect place for them to flush out any longs, shorts. You know, they might do a flush out wick to that area, so consider it. If we pay attention to the trend line here, it kind of gives us that idea too, that there might be a little wick down to about 96, 97 cents. I was going to throw that out there. Overall though, man, indicators and crap look pretty nice. Ichimoku Cloud says, baby, I'm ready to take you to the moon. So I like that. Who doesn't like that? RSI looks a little spent, like she needs to chill out a little bit. So yeah, that might happen. Might, you know, get a little bit of a reset, or maybe come down here and a little bit of a bounce. Maybe. As we kind of, you know, maybe revisit 60, 96, 97 cents on FTN. I'm just impressed that you're up this high, man. I remember you was hitting around 20 cents for the longest there. I'm glad I actually bought it a little bit more after I was like, oh crap. You see it down here and you're like, you realize what pattern that it's in, and that, you know, we've seen this pattern in a lot of coins and they're playing out with it. I'm like, oh crap, I don't really need to moonbag you so much right now. You're going to run to a much higher target. So it looks like a good deal to start picking more up around 41 cents. Sam says Grifter made that chart. We might have to get Grifter back on this stream sometime. I don't know. I need some input on the comments in the actual stream comments, I guess. If I get enough, he might make another appearance. He's just such an asshole. Hey, there's DeFi Guy. Shout out to DeFi Guy. Notice his name says DeFi and it says ASTAR and Phala. Now, I'm not into Phala, but I am into ASTAR, and I'm into ASTAR because he came and he requested it here. And I thought he was talking about this one, which sucks, called Astara, which I was playing. It has been totally horrible. Just this. But no, he said ASTAR, and I was like, what's ASTAR? And that's when I first learned about ASTAR. So shout out to DeFi Guy. If it wasn't for him, it would have took me a long time to find out about this one, and then I probably would have said, eh. Wouldn't even found out what he was. So it's cool. Again, we got that old synergy thing. When people start sharing, you throw a coin out, he throws his coin out, we just kind of communicate, and it leads somewhere, and it's just awesome. You guys are the channel. It's not me. It's not Road Dawg. It's you guys. It's the sharing. Same thing with the Telegram group, the free group that I got. I don't have a charge. I don't have a paid one. I need to throw those links up, don't I? Haven't done that this stream. Let's go ahead and throw some links in the chat. All right, well, I'm doing ASTAR here. So she's flirting with losing an area and maybe coming down a little lower. That's okay with me. Bouncing off a 200 moving average. Flipping this, coming down, retesting this area right here and flipping it as support. That would be solid for more moves to the upside, in my personal opinion. I still got targets up here. I've got to measure move for this move. Let's go over this. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. Now, I didn't go to over here. I went to this wick because it did something crazy there. She did some kind of wild ass wick. So that's part of the price action. I got to consider it. Some people don't. If you don't, you know, do you, but I'm doing me and I'm doing it. And so I'll get some confluence about 11 cents in this area down here. being a good area to find some support. And also, we can take that measure move. Now, I did take the measure move from here to there. Although, and that's why my measure moves. I'm going to mark that one anyway, just because the wick, I don't know. I'm curious to see how this plays out myself. See if the wick throws off anything. How can I mark that? We'll do it. Okay, yeah, we'll do you blue and we'll do you dotted. Yeah, I can do that. But the main move from that same area we measure takes us up to this little guy. Well, negative 2.7, which is also where we got a target. 28 cents. I got an already marked measure move, and I was just showing you how I got it, just in case you didn't know. You could also look at this. Now, that's me using the PEPEs. A lot of people, you know, they'll do this, and that's just fine. The measure move from a bull flag. Now, used to, I would always take this and I would put this to the breakout because that's what you do with most things. And it does give us a little confidence in that area. However, recently going over my mentor, Thomas Brukowski, he's not my personal mentor, but he is through his sites and his books that I study or refer to. I don't always get it right. I haven't committed to memory, but I commit as much as his stuff to memory as I can because his stuff works for me. And then I'll let you guys know where I get it so that you can also, if you're interested, also get that same education. Recommends putting this breakout down to the actual bottom of the channel there. Did I screw that up? Rewind. Okay, gotcha. Which I may need to actually, well, I'm respecting the angles. We'll keep that. That's basically how you would do it. And that would take us, that one actually comes up to that same little move. What I just had. Right up to that little test one we just put up there. Well, that's interesting. That makes me want to label that little guy. If I got two little things telling me that. Even if they're based on the same math, I don't know. I still got it two different ways. 27.22. I'm going to respect that. So ASTAR, I see some gains for you. You just got a little consolidation. And if it does not have to come down to here, but it probably will. It might. Doesn't have to. That's some gains, baby. Up to 24 cents. That's 117. Up to our measure move we just took them with Confluence. That's 150%. Up to the extended measure move is 161. So that's $100 can turn into $261 possibly. I'm just saying. You would take half of that $161 and remember that the tax man will be coming looking for some of that or expecting some of that at some point in time. And then you would put a portion of that onto a wallet to protect your ass from the tax man. It's 1 for you, 19 for me. Tell you how it's going to be. 'Cause I'm the tax man. Don't copyright strike me. Well, you sang a song. We deserve to get paid. You sang a song. I'm looking over my list. Okay, you're hot. Do we want to look at the hot coins or we want to look at the coins that are going to be hot? You guys tell me. I don't know. We can look at the ones that are already hot or we can look at the ones that are trying to be hot. I want to take a look at Dragon because I don't know what it is. It keeps popping up on my thing over here. I've been updating my watch list over here. And this Dragon guy keeps coming up a lot. Dragon! Right there he is, Dragon. Dragon Chain. I don't know what you are, Dragon Chain, but I'm bound and determined to find out. Because you keep getting green, you keep making numbers, and you got a $20 million market cap. You're down 11% right now. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. You're talking my language. Maximum supply is 433 million. Circling supply is 370 million. Keep talking. Whisper in my ear, baby. Whisper in my ear. What? All-time high was $5.27. We're down 98%. How you doing, Dragon Chain? What's up with you, baby? You want to hang out for a little while? You looking hot. You looking interesting. What you about? What do you like to do when nobody's looking? Dragon Chain is the most secure and flexible blockchain platform on Earth. In case you didn't know. Ooh, you got some confidence. You got some swag, don't you? Dragon Chain is an enterprise and a startup ready to perform and build flexible and scalable blockchain applications. Sounds like you a little goal-oriented. Solutions ready for your business, what I'm about. You a little bit of a businesswoman? That's sexy. Want to learn in that management system, decentralized identity, anti-fraud, and compliance? You sound like you Come on, baby, take them librarian glasses off. Let that hair down. Let me see what you really got going on. Because that business suit's looking sexy on you, girl. Fintech compliance, manufacturing, COVID-19, a privacy-first testing, and vaccination application enabling employees to go back to the office. Or what the hell are you talking about? She's getting off on the deep end on me. She's getting a little too nerdy for me, man. She's one of them sophisticated types. I did not realize that. Quantum safety, high performance, smart contracts, and proof. I don't know what this is, but it looks kind of cool. I was expecting a meme coin and something. I got something serious. Seriously sexy. What? Come on, baby. You looking good. What does that chart look like? Come on. Come on, just let me see it. Just bend over. Just let me peek. Let me peek. Let me get that chart. Come on, baby. I want to see that chart. It's been so long. You've never seen my chart. You're right. Looks so good. Just know it looks good. I can just tell. Tell by the way you walk. She made a lower. Did you know that your right butt cheek is just a little bit lower? That's not my butt cheek. This is my neckline. I got a saggy right booby that needs a little lift to the upside. Oh my goodness. Look at that cleavage coming all the way up. I don't know. I forgot what we decided to go with. Is it a neckline or a belt line? Because these just look nice and cushy, all roundy. It's almost too roundy to... No, I take that back. There are some out there that... Okay, I don't know, man. Neckline or belt line, I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at here. You know what's really cool? I think I mentioned this before, but I don't do this yet, but I'm dying to study this a little bit more. It overlaps with what I do. I can tell that. But these little guys are something. And I'm dying to find out so much more about these little guys. But I'm finding out that this is coming into play. Whatever the Gartley bat, I don't know these things, but I'm finding them. It's a fascinating theory. It's a little bit more complicated, but I was very amazed to see that these seem to be those things, which are bullish. So we're sitting here with Dragon Chain. It's at 0.055 cents here, and it's making some higher highs and higher lows here in the daily time frame as I start to zoom in. She's a little bummed today, got a little red dot on market cipher, kind of putting her down, making her feel a little slumpy, like she's want to come back down and revisit this little area of depression that she was in just a few days ago. 0.043 cents. You know, I think a little ray of sunshine. I don't know. Maybe it's just that time of the month for her to come down and have a little day, a few days of blues before, you know, pepping back up again. I don't know. I like her though. She's starting to look sexy to me. I know she's a little nerdy. She's a little businessy, but you know, when she puts on those high heels and just something about that red dress suit that just knocks me to the floor. Hair all pulling back, those glasses on, and I don't know, she just sexy as hell for that office. Seems like we got this little megaphone pattern. Now I went to candle bodies, but it doesn't have to just stop there. It's a good starting position there, but we're looking for a higher target somewhere up there. Could you go from 4 cents to 11? Could you do 100%? Could you rock my world that way? Because I think you are a world rocker. From what I'm seeing right now, I don't know. I just kind of like it. 618 pullback Fibonacci wise gives us those little target areas right up there too. Let me just go ahead and slam you right there. I'm looking at 11 cents for this little guy. Short term, I think that's a pretty good little come up. Don't want to get too greedy. Try to get too much too soon. Got to take it a little slow with this one. We want to spend some time with this coin. May want to hang on to this one for a little while. I don't know. It's got such a small market cap right now, such big potential. Might do a lot of damage, more than just this 135% we're looking at short term. I know. Take that little weekend, look at that little getaway. She kind of likes these areas over here at 21 cents. But she still remembers back that last trip that she had up to 45 cents, and that's really where she wants to go. Question is, are you going to be the one to ride with her to there? I can't answer that for you, man. I don't know what kind of relationship you got going on with this girl, but if you're looking for one to kind of hang on to for a little while, it's got some potential. Got her stuff together, apparently. Dragon might be the girl for you, man. And she just looks fiery, wild. I think she's a little tiger in disguise is what I'm thinking. I think you spend some time with this one, get to know it a little bit, get along with it. This one may rock your world. But don't go by what I say. I am just a YouTuber. I am just a dude on the internet with a clown face that gets on here and acts a fool. If you are taking financial advice from me, my friend, it is seriously time that you question your life choices. And it's just time that we had that discussion, okay? However, if you like to talk crypto, you'd like to hear crypto opinion, and my take on the market, maybe I can do this all night long. Sometimes I do. I forget what time it is. I can't go to bed. I ain't crypto almost 24/7. It's crazy. I need to get out and touch grass, which is growing. Not really excited about touching it. Gotta go set up that robot lawnmower. I'm looking at 88 cents as a possibility. I like it. Doesn't have to stop there either. $1.12 also comes up to it. These are just your standard fibs from a local high to the local low. And I'm going to keep talking this way until I switch this music. So I might need to do that. Let's see what we can do here. Switch it up just a little bit. I was looking for my high vibrations, but somehow I misplaced it. Keep your vibrations high, ladies and gentlemen, especially the ladies. There's 2 speeds on lots of them. A lot of them are multi-speed, so just enjoy whichever speed, but just keep them vibrations high, and I guarantee you, it'll put a smile on your face. I gotta stop it. Gotta stop it. It's too much, Road Dawg. It's too much. It's just too much. You gotta stop. Dragon, you looking sexy to me? I love that double bottom. It's one of those in early accumulation that may turn into something bigger. You could say it's got more of a serious type of use case. Do your own due diligence. Do go with. DRGN is its own hybrid blockchain platform for small businesses, enterprises, and development. Decided I'd read this over here on our market cap. Originally developed inside the Walt Disney Company in Seattle in 2014 by Joe Rowitz. I did not know this. The then open source In 2016, the public-private hybrid blockchain platform also allows integration with external blockchains and legacy systems through interchain integrating third-party oracles, APIs, IoT, supply chain, and other business data. I'm glad I read that. That's interesting. $20 million market cap. It's been around for a while. Really? But how long have you been with us? How far do you go back here? Holy crap. 2017. And that's when you went up. Now that's interesting. Now this last bull market, you only got up to 33 cents. Is it because you were before your time? Let's do a few more things of due diligence right here. I don't want to leave you guys hanging. We're going to go check out their GitHub. Just make sure they're doing some stuff. This is a big thing for me. If I'm not seeing constant updates over here, then I may just take back everything I just said about dragonchain, okay? This is how important this is to me. You sound sexy. Well, let's get back to the real side. Let's not get all blinded. The chart does look good. I will maintain that, but this GitHub looks horrible. Last thing that they did was 2 years ago, and that doesn't cut it for me. Does not cut it for me. When was this website updated? Copyright 2014. Give me a roadmap. Give me what you're doing now. I need something. After seeing that, finding that out, you've been around for this long and you're not doing nothing? What's up? Or you just flip-flop real easy on them. Well, I just got a red flag right there. That means something to me. It's being hot. I'm not saying that you can't play it and make gains, man, but after seeing that, let's take a look at this. This was April 2021. That was in the bull market. So this was as high as it went last time. It might come up here. You might be waiting all freaking 18 months for it to get up there. Possible. Let's go with some smaller targets just to make this a little bit more reasonable and not get caught up in some kind of hopium crap. If she couldn't make a fraction of her first high and she's not building, probably a dying project that, they've moved on to bigger, better things and just kind of left this one to hang and just slowly wilt away. So that's how important it is to do your due diligence and not just totally always just go by the charts. Chart look cool. It's sexy. Had me drilling all over it. But checking that GitHub changed my mind like that. I am not as bullish on this one as I was starting to be at all. Even with the nice $19 million market cap, we lost a little bit there. And yeah, she could. But I don't think she's going to reach that $5 target again. 8 years, that was 6 years ago. Not with no building, with no updates in the last 2 years. I'm going to call this one a dead coin. Well, I'm going to also remove you from over here. Where are you, dragon? I don't see you now. Well, that kind of sucks. I'm kind of disappointed. I really thought we were getting into something there. I really thought we had something. All right, so mine didn't play out as well as I'd hoped. It might be something there, but I don't trust it enough to actually recommend it. Somebody might make $1 million on it, but I don't feel comfortable suggesting it to be taken seriously. PEPE is going places. Look at Pepsi. Pepsi. There needs to be a Pepsi Pepsi. Pepsi needs Pepsi. Oh my God. What if Pepsi ever did Pepsi? Somebody should write the comment and say, you need Pepsi. Because you're a boomer drink and you need to reach the new masses. I would go for that. Well, Pepe's hanging around at this 382 Fibonacci level I got. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. She came down to 0.5 and went up and is holding this area. I like it. What else can we find out? Let's get some noise in there. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go when it got up to the 0.5 and got rejected there. I'm playing the fibs on this one. I'm just gonna fib it out. It's liking them 0.5s a lot. Let's fib it out one more time. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is gonna go. Why are you coming down this way? I want you to come up this way. Well, we must go short term. Let's look at these two guys. Oh God, no. Yeah, let's put it down there. My little bull market trick, bear market trick. Well, that wasn't fun. I didn't get to draw a line or anything. Go back and do that again. You suck, Road Dawg. Draw some lines. Do something. Got to measure a move that would take us from breaking this trend line here, possibly all the way down here. Probably do need to mark that. It doesn't have to go all the way, but it can. Sometimes they do. Just keep that in mind. It does look like she's losing this 200 moving average on the 1 hour that we're on now, so some more downside. I got a few little possible places to look Fibonacci wise where you want to see if she bounces. This one might be pretty good. Paint you red. Might find a little support here. You know, really, I'm still, you broke this channel. I broke the channel. You broke it. Now you got to replace it. Let's see what else we can find out here. We've got no other trend lines down here, so what I'm doing is just purely experimental. Although it's cool though, support resistance flip. Price travels in channel. It also respects the angles that it travels in. My theory, and also WD that's who I get this stuff from. WD, if you don't know, is like the greatest analyst ever. He took secrets to the grave that we would all love to have. He learned how to square price and time. He could actually put time, price together, use some very interesting means to get there, including the planets. It cycles. It is wild, but gosh darn it, man. WD is fascinating. He was definitely a visionary. And a Shriner. Looks like we lost this trend line too, so coming down through the downside's what I get. You probably hit this target. 542, PEPE. That sucks, doesn't it? Oh my God. You're gonna kill my account. I can't believe I fat fingered PEPE. I did not know that I bought 300 million PEPE. I didn't even know I could buy 300 million PEPE. Should I take the loss? That would give me a negative 100, or should I just ride this baby out and hope that PEPE turns around and turns me into a PEPE millionaire? It's monopoly money. I'm gonna be a rapper, gonna make up some words, gonna spit some bars. But DSYNC. Not found in crypto. So sorry. They said it's not exist. DSYNC. Let's find this little guy. DSYNC. Destranetwork. $138 million market cap. Still in a small territory. Maximum supply is 1 billion. Self-reported circulating supply is 1 billion. It is definitely finding higher highs, higher lows. It is hot. 138 million sounds like it's available. Open, maybe open ocean, but Uniswap. Oh yeah, on open ocean. IMX to 10 cents. That's weird. All-time high for this guy was 14 cents, which means like we're there. All-time low was 9 days ago. So this little guy has pumped up 1,150% over the last 9 days. that's very impressive. Let's just click you then. Where we go? Open Ocean. They have no liquidity. This is your best bet right there. And this is against Ethereum though. You're going up. This is against Ethereum, right? Against Wrapped ETH? You moving up that much against Wrapped ETH? That's nice. Okay, this one's against dollars. Okay, cool. I have no problem doing it against ETH, but most people, it won't make any sense to most people. We're not thinking in Ethereum. It doesn't have very much to talk about here as far as charts go on the dollar though, so I don't have much to work with here. One more time. DSYNC, Uniswap. DYS. Okay, so we got the chart here. And this is in dollars. Okay, we can work with this. It's just totally going parabolic, so really about the only thing that you can get from me in this situation analysis wise is good job. It's time to take profits. Definitely is not time to buy, but it is definitely a good time to pay yourself and take some profits because she just did it. So don't FOMO. This is the point in the game when you pay yourself. And if you don't, well, then you're just not being smart, putting yourself at risk to losing it. And it's in price discovery, trying to find a way to look at you that would give us some information here. Not how it works though, baby. It's not how it works. Oh, there's one. Let's try that. That one is definitely a little bit more workable. So we're in price discovery, so I mean we got nothing to the left to look over to. I can't see my line now. Where the hell? Okay, well, I'm going from here to there. I went to there. Gotcha. Woohoo! What we got? 1217 came up here. 1.414 got you right there on the 414. The 618 got you here. We got it. Ooh, you had a 3618 area and you went higher. What can we find out about this little guy? You're our little anomaly right here, 1411. All right, baby, I'll play with you. I'll play your silly little game. don't think you're going to give me what I need, though. Crap it. We still got to use you, don't we? For real, for real? For real, for real. Okay. I'm going to say that she's about ready to top out at 14.77 cents. Woo, that took a little bit of work to get there, but that's what I'm rolling with. She's at top area, man, and I'm surprised that she didn't. Well, I understand, kind of understand now, but that she still has a little bit more to go. This seems to be lining up fairly well. Tricky situation to how I got there. I don't even know if I could explain that very well without just... We'll do this again sometime and I'll explain this, but that's what I got for a target. We'll see. Right now, you just got to see if that's going to work out. This is your chance to come back tomorrow and say, you suck, Road Dawg, or wow, how'd you do that? Then we can talk about it. Right now, we got to see that it works. It looks like it should. In theory, good Lord, we're going into areas we've never been before, and you're trying to figure out where's it going to stop. That's my best guess right here. Now we get to put Road Dawg on the spot and see if it's right or wrong. This turned out to be Jesus. This one's more like a man, you forgot to turn that stuff off again. All right, so what else we got going on here, man? What else we got? Are you going parabolic? Could you go higher? She should be about played out, but doesn't mean that she is. Let's look for some other signs here. That's kind of interesting, but not as interesting. So we just basically got a channel, right? This one's got a little bit of a different angle going on. Unless I use the bodies, then it kind of, that's still a little. I'll tell you what, stick to the rules. Find a solid one, then just copy it, line her up. I'm still rolling with it. I think that it will, and I could be totally wrong, man. I could be totally wrong. Maybe it'll blast. Here's what to look for though. If she breaks up over this trend line, she's got a lot further to go. If we come up the top of the trend line, which will probably be about the target that I gave you, that particular fib should be playing this. This guy should be over. She needs to come back. She's too hot. She needs to come back and seriously kind of chill out. There's all kinds of bearish divergence here that's been forming, and I see more than 3 instances of it. So that's usually when it starts catching up with it. I'm just looking for this cloud to get a little bit bigger and price a little closer to it. I'm not seeing that yet, so I'm still wondering, maybe you do have something crazy going on. We just don't have enough price history to do it, but that's, given that it's the market cap and what I'm seeing here, she should be cooling down. She really should. So congratulations if you're in it and rode it up there, because that was a hell of a ride. That was a nice profit banker, but even coming here on the 6 minute, which is a small time frame, she's getting rejected at this trend line or a little bit of a pullback. I still think she could probably reach 14 cents. And that's my 2 Satoshis. Just wanted to keep on the radar. That move looks like art. I had to dig deep for that one. Is that real money? What are you talking? PEPE could be the PepsiCo marijuana infused beverage. Okay, I'm for that. Sir, I think when I bring this up, you asked me if this is real money. This is not real money. This is the paper trading over on here on CoinDesk. You just go to paper trade and you can hook that up. Everybody can do that. And they give you like $100,000. And after you blow that, I don't know if they just give you more or not, but PEPE did me in, man. PEPE didn't do me right. I fat fingered it. But no, this is not real actual money. This is paper trading. I think that's what you're talking about. All right. What time is it now? 11:39. We're still doing okay on time. I went just a little bit. Haven't really DGen. Oh, I'm just making it a meme now. Is it okay? Here's one I got out of. I broke my rule. That little rule where I said I'm not going to get out 100%, that I'll just sell half or a portion. Every time I break that rule, it bites me in the ass. I swear, every time. And I did it with the meter because I was in that frame of mind. How many times have you heard this piece of advice, man? You let your winners ride and you cut your losers, right? So you think, well, there's got to be a certain point in time when you come to that and you got to make that decision. And so at that point, and really, I look. It's emotion. It's emotion that gets to you. It's the emotions that got to my head saying, "This is logic. Listen, you've got winners. Dimitra is not performing. She's underperforming. She is one of your losers. Perhaps you should cut it and put that money into a winning trade or something that's moving." That's the logic. But I swear, as soon as you listen to that, what happens? That, like 2 or 3 days after, every time. If it's me, if it's you, whoever, as soon as you decide I'm done with this one, I can't do it anymore. As soon as you sell it all. So I broke my rule. Normally I would have just sold half, but it was such a small bag at that time because she's dropped so much that I'm just like, what does it matter? Well, it would be a bigger bag now, wouldn't it? So every time I break that rule, I pay for it. It is one of my rules. And I've broken it a few times. I broke it on Teller, TRB. Accidentally sold all of that before she went to $200 or $600. Sold at 20. 23, I think, was the last. Dimitra. And there's something that's a general rule. And that's why I had that rule, is because this happens. Don't get out of 100% of your position, man. Especially this early in the market. And that coin I showed you earlier called ASTAR, yeah, I still got that because I know as soon as I sell it, it's going to go to the moon. As soon as I do, because she's down so freaking much. So Dimitra, one that I kind of written off because I wasn't sold on the narrative. Well, I mean, it's got an interesting narrative. It's just like, I just think they're going to have a lot more money invested to make it pull off. It's going to involve equipment, supply chain, things like that. It just had me questioning things about it. Right now, she could be getting rejected at the 236, meaning she could still be in accumulation, meaning we could likely get a pullback to about 14 cents. We're at 21. Might be a decent place to get in. Technically, anywhere under where we are now is still a good place to get into Dimitra. It is in the accumulation stage, and this 56-cent target would be a nice one to take some profits, and that would be pretty nice. She finally gets up there. 35 cent will also be a hiccup, but I would hold out for the 56 cent area were it me, and if I were still in this trade and didn't let my emotions trick me into thinking they were logic, because that's what it does. That's the biggest thing I got to say. Emotions will lie to you. They will make you think that they're logic. You have to listen, watch closely how you're feeling and the thoughts that are coming into your head. And a lot of times it's because you're sitting here on YouTube and you're watching somebody going over and you cut your losers, ride your winners. And you're watching them and you're not trying to pay, but it just sinks in. It sinks in, and we have to be mindful of that. And I try to be, but I'm also human and we just do what humans do. So everything that you get from us YouTubers, take it with a grain of salt. Make sure you got your due diligence. We're not trying to mislead people. I don't think we are. The people I see, there's a few of them that are kind of scammy and a little off a little bit. not being fully transparent as they should be about where things come from. But for the biggest majority, everybody on YouTube, I mean, they're here to help. Some of them are here for clicks and engagements. It's apparent who is, but I think the TA guys here, they're sitting here charting with you and trying to be a teaching channel. We're not trying to but sometimes things just forgot the point I was making. We're just trying to tell you what we see and what we, you take what we do and then you apply it to your own logic. If you're watching me right now, ideally you will have your TradingView thing open too. You're sitting there looking at charts with me and I'm just kind of acting as a little screener, just going through some projects, and you just say, well, I wouldn't have thought about that one. Somebody mentioned that one. He looked it up. Oh, that looks cool. No, I don't like the way that one looks. No. Oh, he seems to like it, but I think, I don't agree with what he's saying there. I mean, that's what we're doing. It is never me saying, you need to get in this. You need to do this now. What? You're not in Casper. You sold your coin and you didn't buy Casper. Are you meant to? Or are you stupid? Or are you buying Casper? I'm not going to be shoving any ideas down your throat. We're just looking at the market. We're trying to find our own paths. I'm just trying to help you avoid the pitfalls I had. That's why I wanted to talk to you about taxes tonight. And you need a plan for taxes. And I'm serious. You need to be aggressive on it. And here's the thing. If you do that plan I've got where you take about half your profits and put it over onto another wallet, whichever wallet you choose, as long as it's safe, you'll have a little excess there. So you'll get a little bonus at the end after you figure out what's owed, what's not owed, what your deductions are and everything. There is a little cushion if you do with 50%. They'll say, oh, well, I am glad that I did. Yeah. I didn't have to pay as much as I thought. I don't know, a little bonus, but you need to put some money away for it. Don't let it sneak up on you, man, because anything can happen between now and then in your bag. Whether it's hacks, you make a dumb decision, I don't know, but you still lose it all, but you still have that liability. Don't get stuck with that liability. Put some cash over to cover it. I'm just saying, and you're good. It's a worry that you don't have to think about anymore. You're good. And that's where you need to be so that you can focus more on your game plan for making those millions to where you can happily say, by gosh, me and the Road Dogs, we nailed it this cycle. Uncle Sam, I owe you some money, baby, because I rocked it. And we did it right. Here's your cut. Please stop spending it on freaking wars and the military-industrial complex. How about some real infrastructure and make America the republic that it once was? That's what I like to see taxes go for. That's what I think they should go for. How about that stacks? Love it. Man, when I found out that stacks, when you stake it, will earn you Bitcoin, it's just like having your little personal little Bitcoin miner. Is the output's about the same? I think it from the miners that I'm familiar with, the S19 back in the day, probably. It's not, but it's steady Bitcoin coming in and price steadily goes up on this. My target for this little guy is $4.10 that we've been looking for. That is a Fibonacci line there. We found some support here about 225 after we popped up above that trend line there. Currently, we are locally in the megaphone pattern, bouncing off the sides until one day we don't. That could be to the downside or it could be blasting to the upside. If it does make a blast to the upside, hold on, baby. 410 ain't going to be no stopping place. She got something bigger in mind, and that's price discovery. Well, where could that be? Best thing I can give you without going into something as crazy as I did on the other one would just be to draw a simple trend line and then put a little marker at the top, and we see where price and that line meet, and that could be somewhere about $5. She gets a little bit more of a pullback. That should be a nice place to get rejected. She's been rejected along that trajectory not once but twice for some pretty substantial pullbacks. So why would this time be any different? Would you get another 40% pullback? Oh, don't say that. Hey, baby, it's crypto. 40% pullback's nothing. Bring it back from $5 to $3. It can happen. Stack's getting hot. I likes it. Making that money. She's getting ready to move up. She might actually bleed. What I'm seeing on the indicators. I'm on the daily, right? MACD just starting, baby. We just got three candles, 3 bars in. How many bars do we normally get? More than 3, especially if they're big and tall. That one lasts for quite a while. So I got a target 407, 503, 503. I'm eyeballing a little bit more, and even then, she might have something bullish going on. Keep an eye. It depends on whatever Bitcoin is doing. Pedro, how's it going, man? Carrasco. Shapeshiftfox. Let's take a look at it. Got the double R's. You can roll those R's. Carrasco. I like that. Carrasco. Shapeshiftfox. That's what we're looking at. Shifty Fox. Learn how to spell. Fox tokens coming in. It's what, number 703? $35 million market cap. Okay. 9-cent token. Okay. Maximum supply is dash. Total supply is 1. How many zeros we got there? 1 billion. Circling supply is 377 million. So about a third-ish of it. All-time high was 2 years ago at 513. Really? And all-time low was 9 months ago at 1.8 cents. It's up 4x from that. So we're still in a nice little place. We're down 98 cents from the all-time high. Shapeshiftfox. It's available on Coinbase already. CoinEx. Uniswap, MexC, a lot of places. Thorchain? Really? Okay, what are you then? That's interesting. You're on Thorchain. That's got to be... Shapeshift is a borderless, self-sovereign, cross-chain crypto trading platform and portfolio manager. The platform enables users to buy, sell, track, trade, and earn with 10,000 plus assets such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, Thorchain, Cosmos, and across 15 chains. Let's go take a look at that website. Sounds interesting. What does your token do? Your multi-chain crypto home base. I like multi-chain. That's a big narrative right now. That and modular. Don't forget the modular. And a lot of those modular ones are going to be over on Cosmos ecosystem. Just saying. Cosmos is going to rock it. I swear, I think they're a dark horse in this thing. I think they are so set. I think they have got their infrastructure set in motion a lot more advanced than people realize. I really do. The original multi-chain interface. 170 wallets, 10K assets, 13 chains. Introducing the Shapeshift multi-chain snap for MetaMask. Unleash the power of self-custodial native Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Cosmos, and more within your MetaMask wallet. Interesting. DeFi everywhere, anytime with Shapeshift Mobile. So the Fox token empowers the community. What does it do? Snapshot is a DAO discovery and governance platform. Participate by proposing upgrades, Discord. So it's just a utility token based. Well, not really utility. It's more of a governance token. I'd like to see more what the utility case for the token is. Because, I mean, if we're doing a wallet or something to update or like an add-on or something to a wallet, looks like it's like an add-on plug-in type feature for MetaMask. I don't know. Is it take a look. You're multi-chain crypto. Okay. Make sure I understand what we're doing here. Cross-chain crypto trading platform. So it's a platform. It's not a chain itself. It's just a platform and a manager. So looks like more of a governance play, which they're not my favorite, but I mean, they can do fine. And it's at a low market cap. Let's see. It looks interesting, promising, maybe. it's just Fox. Let's take a look at the chart. Win me over, Shapeshift, win me over. Nice start. Well, we're in accumulation territory, so that's one thing. If you're going to buy the bottoms, baby, and win the bottom territory. In my personal opinion, anywhere below 15.6 cents is a good place to pick this up if you're going to play it. And so far, this early in the game is still basically those same measure, those same targets. Looking to the left, seeing where we got a little bit of confluence. It's going to take a little while to pull this off because she's still in the accumulation zone, making higher highs, higher lows. What more can you ask for? Seems to be retesting the 50 moving average here on the daily. It's like we're losing a few areas here, but nothing too bad. Carried out to the wicks, we're doing fine. Helps us to identify the little channel that we're kind of banging around in right now. Ooh, did you go? Interesting. You went under there to the top. Oh, a little something else here. So it did wick above that, and I would not be surprised. I mean, this would be my target, my first target to put there, but apparently she has no problems wicking to 20-something cents. Which was a juicy 618 target up there. We do the same thing right here. Let's get us a juicier target, because my basic target is here, and that's kind of a little lackluster, 16 cents. But if you want that little wickety wick, where can I wick up to target, I would be looking at 23.8 cents. And I think it might stick, although there is another one right above it at 25.9 cents. Those would be worth kind of looking at for a nice little pumpty pump wick wick. Could get us up, golly, really? 186, 167%. Even coming up here to 15.8, that's 75% gains. That's pretty good. That's a good target. This one, but your real targets, what we're looking for is to get up past this area. So, I mean, you can play it, take your profit there, wait for, it may get rejected there, or it, may bounce up. I don't know. But once we confirm that we got support here, then we can start looking at these other targets. And the main one I'm looking at is right here at 37. $30. With the possibility of going to 47. So you got some other targets. This is the rough area that you could play. That it's got to fight through a little bit, but once we get past here, then 30 cents and 37 starting to come a lot quicker. And then of course, we're looking, it's got a possibility. In my personal opinion, since we made a high here, then a higher high, we got another possibility to make another high. And first thing, of course, I'm going to do, since I'm a trend line pattern kind of guy, is I'm going to take that trend line over there and just kind of project straight up to get an idea where we could be going as $1.87, which by the time it gets here could be $2 or something. So it looks like there might be some more upside there. It will be a patient play, I think, though. Hugo says RWAs are hot right now. Yep, they are, and they will continue to be hot. So I think all the memes kind of distract us from some of the things that some of the more serious players are already starting to build in some big bags in, and the real world assets, the Web3 narratives, definitely. Trying to think off the top of my head, the other ones, I need to put it down on the list. DPN might be kind of a slow play though. I mean, I think it'll take it a little while to start getting momentum, but I think toward the end of the cycle, the DPN stuff will really start rocking. So good to get in on DPN early, I think. And you may have to hold it for a while. It may not be too fun. I mean, it'll have its little spurts. And of course, AI and the computational. There's some good sectors out there. So your Web3, which is your storage plays and your computational plays, render and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of them out there. CUDOS is another one on. Might all look at that one. I don't think it's got enough attention yet. CUDOS is on Cosmos ecosystem. It's not the only one though, but she's in a nice bottoming place right now too. CUDOS, 0.0026 cents. Let me bring your eyes across this one. Let's look at this tokenomics real quick. She may be a little hidden gem there. 0.022 cents, $133 market cap, $133 million market cap. So it's small cap, still there. Not in the little juicy 25 million that you'd like, right? Maximum supply is 10 billion, sorry. Jesus. And total supply is 8.5 billion. So most of that circulating supply is 5. So about half of that's out in circulation right now of the total supply. All-time high for this guy was 12.6 cents, and we're down 81%. But it was before its time then too, remember that. 10 months ago, if you got into this, you would be up 13x in CUDOS. Wow, that was the time to really get in. Let's take a look at this. Another one is DVPN. Might not want to turn your back on that one either. Cloud infrastructure for Web3 experience unparalleled virtual machine deployment with CUDOS Intercloud. The fusion of cloud computing and blockchain technology, meticulously designed for pioneers in AI, metaverse, high performance computing, and Web3 domains. So I like all that. I think it's one that's worth looking at that could gain a lot of ground. This whole narrative, this whole sector will be gaining ground, and I think it's one that I could actually take off if they actually make it decentralized computing is needed. It really is. And so nice little rounding bottom that why go anywhere else than where we were before at 0.07 cents, really? I'm just saying. And higher. What if she gets up to 8 cents this time? She's sitting at fractions of a penny. Just for her to get back up to 4 cents would be, some hellified gains there of 2,500%. You're looking for the 25xers, the 100xers and stuff. This is kind of what you need to look for. I'm just saying that's not hit yet. Put it on your radar. It's available on Osmosis and a lot of some other places. Another one I think is cool that's also in the Cosmos ecosystem. This one's proved it to me because I put some into it to claim an airdrop. And that sucker is like 10x on me. Oh, it may not be the 10x now, but it did on the way there. This one's interesting. Real world DVPN Sentinel over on Cosmos ecosystem. It's been around for a little while. I wouldn't undervalue it. This is one, it won't get up to a big number, but the number it gets up will be so many multiples from where you buy it now that you made money. You made your X's. This one is at $31 million market cap. That can change so quick. This is a VPN, a decentralized VPN. It works. I've used it. It works. Works seamlessly and cheap, dirt cheap. Circulating supply is 17 billion. Total supply is 27 billion. Lots of coins. There's lots of them. That's why you won't ever see it get up to like $3 or anytime soon. All-time high was 5 cents 3 years ago. So we know that we can get there. But now we got more people actually using this now because there are lots of apps. There's not just one app doing it. There's several companies that make different apps that use this coin for VPN services. It's really cool. Actually, I just put a browser onto my computer today that's called Login to Decenter. I just haven't set up a wallet for it yet. But I've been having some trouble with my own VPN. I've been using IP Vanish, which I got a link in the screen. I've used them for years. but I'm having trouble connecting and getting, it seems like there's a bottleneck on my information sometimes. So I'm looking into other options. So I'm looking at Charon, and this uses DVPN. So I need to go ahead and finish that up, but that's a web browser that with a built-in VPN. Let's take a look at this chart because I think it looks interesting. It's already made me some money, and it's just getting started. So I just think it's interesting. I think it's got lots of potential because look how much we come down, and we're just going to go back in the real world use case. Like I said, it's still going to be cheap. It's going to be cheap. People say, "Oh, it's only 5 cents. It's only 10 cents. That's cheap." Yeah, but you bought it at fractions of a fraction of a penny. So we're looking at the possibility of a cup and handle, which just did not play out. They don't always play out, baby. They're not always to the upside. Sad to say. This one lost it, so now we lost this channel. All right, so DVPN's getting ready to get cheap. Come back and retest this area. I recommend you put some alerts or something right that area. It's 0.00137 right there. Pretty much the bottom we were before. Now check this out. If you buy there and we come back up to the top that we were at before, moonbag at 124%. And when we do break out this channel, we do have this measurement will stick because it's a channel. 258%. But imagine getting this as 0.0005 cents. Yeah, 5x. I think I pulled that off. I bought some there. This thing a little bit turned into, I got over $1,000 worth of this. I'm like, I didn't put nearly hard. I didn't do that. This thing has paid me already. So I want it to pay me more. I think she can keep going. And I mean, this was November 2021. She ran the freak up there on a wick. I think her actual, I don't know that I would trust that much. I would go with candle close, but yeah, that's about the 5 cent area. I just think it's one to put on your radar. I think it's kind of interesting. Guys, it is 12 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and call the stream. I appreciate you hanging out with me. If I missed any requests or anything, I apologize. I'll try to catch you tomorrow night if I missed you. Looks like I missed AMP. We'll take a look at that. I will be back tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow is Monday, right? Sunday? I don't even know what day it is. Tomorrow is Sunday, the Lord's Day, right? Or what's the days? Oh, jeez. I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll take a look at the market, the weekly close. Try to make our plans for the next week and what's going on. Looking at the hot altcoins and just continuing to stack these sats, stack that money, make that life-changing money, and try to avoid the pitfalls. And hopefully this has been a good stream, and hopefully you learned something, and hope you take your taxes considerations when you're taking these profits, and not to forget, set some aside, have a plan to keep peeling your profits, your capital out of this. All right, guys. God bless you. See you tomorrow night. Thanks for hanging out.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Fade eye off the ground, you ain't no one. You was star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was part your life. Basic good night, John boy. With no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise